If Adam had eaten the tree of life enough, he would not notice the tree of death. Wives are telling their husbands, see your friends. You call yourself a man. We are shouting. They say we are very stupid. They say we are rebellious. They say we are disobeying fathers. We are shouting that the kind of messages preached in church will produce greed, will produce depression, and cause people to kill themselves.
So today now, some of them are serving me based on church things. So make we just do one church thing. So I did mix some. I talk about the government, talk about what is happening in different parts of the world based on what is trending. Sometimes I take some trends personal and I dig into them. But today, let's go into another church thing. Abel Damina has come out. Okay, I was watching a video. You know how I get ideas for my content is that I consume content here on social media. The ones I love, I talk about them. The ones I don't like to, I point them out to you, add volume to them, and help you tell me what you think in the comments. Abel Damina has I watched a very powerful message of what I believe is making the Christendom today, especially in Nigeria, go through a lot. You hear sometimes that Christians commit suicide, pastors commit suicide, a lot of competition between church and church here and there, which we are going to be looking at in this video, of how a pastor, a man of God, sent thugs to go and attack another man of God to kill him for jealousy, because of attention. Why? In Edo State, Nigeria. Yes, where is the capital of many churches that come out today from nowhere. Yes, we are going to be seeing it together on this channel. But first of all, I want you to listen to Pastor Abel Damina, a repentant prosperity gospel preacher, according to what he said himself. And listen to him, and I believe you learn, because my job here is to add volume to the things I believe I like. There are some messages you listen to you don't like, Abi. And the ones that I like, I share. The ones that I don't like, you know what they do now. So listen to him, and we are going to be back.
This morning, Pastor 𝐼𝐡𝐭 woke me up literally, and said, Dr. Damina, I'm really concerned about the rate of suicide. Christians are just killing themselves all over the place. Pastors are committing suicide. Christians are committing suicide. I said to him, why wouldn't they commit suicide? We are shouting. They say we are very stupid. They say we are rebellious. They say we are disobeying fathers. We are shouting that the kind of messages preached in church will produce greed, will produce depression, and cause people to kill themselves. When all a church preaches is materialism, when the true word of a Christian is reflected by car, house, money, if those things don't come, why won't he be depressed? Why won't he kill himself? When people are not given the joy of salvation, when the joy of salvation is being mocked at, meanwhile all we have is that joy of salvation. In this church, we don't care what car you drive, we don't care what suit you wear, we don't care your wristwatch, and we don't care where you walk. There's only one equalizer in this church. What is his name? All of us are one. We are same in Christ. Nobody's superior, nobody's inferior. Say I hear you. Say I hear you. And in this church, we don't create in you an appetite for worldly things. We don't create in you an appetite for material things. The only appetite we generate in you is for Christ. We feed you Christ. We feed you Christ. Why will you commit suicide? Why? Which side is the depression coming from? But if what I was teaching you is you will make it, you must get there. We must take over. We must take over. See, those messages, first of all, they make you feel like God is not trying. They make you feel that God has forgotten you. They, even if God is blessing you, you are not aware of it, because where your eye is, evil eye. You are so greedy, selfish. All you want is to get it by all means, because Christianity has been measured by material things. But if all our hope is in this world, we are of all men miserable. So those messages is the reason why Christians are committing suicide. I told Pastor Chris, I told him, don't worry yourself. Don't worry yourself. The chips are getting down. There's pressure in the society. So much pressure. People are going through so much. Things are not working for many believers. And then the pastor is putting them under pressure. You must have breakthrough. If you don't have breakthrough, it means you are not serving God. You cannot serve God and be poor. You cannot serve God and lack. You cannot serve God and be broke. So if you're broke, you're not serving God. If you're poor, you're not serving God. So those messages create in you a greed and an appetite, and when it is not working, the resultant effect is you want to kill yourself. You begin to feel like, what is life about? Why am I even here? This life is useless. Car I don't have, wife I don't have, children I don't have. Why am I alive? It's better to die. And they have made it so easy that the society has a lot of things for committing suicide. You can hang your neck, you can drink sniper, they call it sniper. You can drink all kinds of things and it will kill you without too much effort. So people who have no hope in Christ, for if our hope is just in this world, we are of all men. So when a message is always driving you to material things, you will soon feel miserable. And what is the resultant effect of being miserable? Suicide. So if we want to stop the rate of suicide, we must re-examine what churches are preaching. We must examine what churches are preaching. We must examine what those churches are preaching. Pastors are committing. How can a pastor commit suicide? He has lost hope. Then what has he been preaching? If the pastor is commissioned, that means the whole church will soon, all of them will soon. Is it beme? Christ is our satisfaction. Christ is our. I have Jesus, I have everything. Contentment is vital. What did I call it? Contentment. Godliness with is what? Great gain. For it is certain we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we will take nothing out of this world. So therefore, having clothes and food, let us therewith be content. Greed, greed, greed. Messages that generate greed are from the pit of hell. They are from where? Pit of hell. Brother Paul said, anybody that preaches that gain is godliness is destitute of the truth. He is anybody that defines you by things, defines you by your car, your house, your clothes. He is destitute. You know who a destitute is? That man, even if he's a bishop, he is destitute of the truth. Preaching that gain is godliness is a twisting of the gospel. It's a perversion, because it is godliness with contentment that is gain. Don't worry now. The society is generating pressure. It is now we will know where the gospel is really preached. It is now we will know. Marriages are crashing. Husband and wives are under pressure. Marriages are fighting now more than ever before. Tension in families. Husband can no more talk to the wife nicely. The wife can no more smile with her husband. Families are rattled by societal pressures. Not just that, pressures to fit into a class. Competition breaking out everywhere. Competition. So people are ungrateful. People are no more happy because they think they have not tried. Wives are telling their husbands, see your friends, you call yourself a man. The man feels useless and he feels like, let me die so that you can appreciate the little I have done for you. Let me get out of the way so that you can be without a husband for once. So you will know that while I was here, I was doing something. You will know that I was not a useless man. They start thinking of dying. Wives are thinking, my husband is an ingrate. Having a wife like me, but he's not happy. Let me die. Let him be without a wife for once. Or let him marry another woman. Let her remove his eyes so he can value what I was in his life. Pressure is coming. And the reason why people are thinking like this is because they are deficient. They don't have Christ. How can you be feeding on Christ like this? There will be no room for useless things. If Adam had eaten the tree of life enough, he would not notice the tree of death. When a man has eaten in his mother's house, another mother's food does not attract him. Even if they're cooking on top of golden stove, he will remove his eyes. But when a child is hungry from home, even mama put is an attraction. You will see him hanging his eye like a thief. You see saliva coming from the side of his mouth. It's not his fault, he's hungry. When people are fed Christ, when you have eaten Christ and you're satisfied, a man's brand new Jeep does not intimidate you. Are you hearing what I'm saying? When you have eaten Christ and you're satisfied, that a man bought a Lincoln Navigator, you're not intimidated. No, you're not intimidated. Because what you carry is higher than a Lincoln Navigator. You carry the creator of the whole world. Zebato, Meketa, Malata. Somebody shout, I hear you.
Now I hope you learned something from listening to Pastor Abel Damina. Because I watch many of these people, I learn a lot from them. Even the person you think I hate so much, Apostle Johnson Suleiman, I learn a lot from his videos. But the thing is that because I know how his strategy is, if I post any of his videos, even if in 1 second, they will come and claim it on my channel. They will use that video to attack me. So let me just tell you, some of you that are subscribed to this channel because of Suleiman or because of trends that has to do with him that I analyze, I beg, I no go ever post your papa video. Even if they pay me make I post, I no go ever try them, because the hatred I'm getting from you people, it is too much. So make una just day on a day. If trend come out, I see him for Instablog, I see him for newspaper, all those kind of things about him. You know me now. You know what I go do now. I go fact check, dig to know whether it be true or it be false. But you guys can always trust me. Anything I share here on the channel, I show you the reason why I'm saying so. I show you with proof how I reason. Because if I come talk like that and I go talk, say talk is cheap, yes. But if I talk with facts, you guys will understand and know where I'm coming from. So whether you are hating me, whether you are liking me, that one is your case. Anyway, now moving on.